Marilyn Manson is a shock rocker, so shocking he gives even Mike Pence a run for his money. The first half of the book features a young Marilyn Manson back when he went by his real name, Brian Warner. Brian Warner grew up in a Catholic school in Florida, and already you can see the writing on the walls with how he became who he became. There is, after all, nothing in the universe blacker than the hearts and minds of Floridians. He was the one always peddling candy, cigarettes, and CDs to the kids in the school. He even started a crude comic book series that he would sell to other kids. Here's some advice to all you school advisors out there trying to turn kids off of drugs. Have them read this book, because the run-in with drugs that Brian Warner undergoes are so disturbing, they would turn any child off the devil's lettuce. Here's an excerpt from the book. Minutes of hours elapsed. The bong kept coming around, but the water inside had been replaced with Southern Comfort in an attempt to get us even more fucked up. The Black Sabbath song Paranoid was playing on the stereo or in my head. A cat was hissing at me. The room was spinning. John's brother was daring me to drink the Southern Comfort out of the bong, and John was chanting, "Chug it." Like the spineless worm that I was, I lifted the bong to my parched lips, held my breath, and drowned what may have been the foulest shot ever concocted. Then, I don't know what happened. I can only assume that I blacked out and became just another canvas for the various subtle cruelties of the Crowell brothers. Now, don't even get me started on this scene later where the band is insulting this death groupie covered in lunch while having sexual intercourse with her. Like, if you're gonna insult her, at least make sure she can hear you. It's as though Marilyn Manson intentionally picks the stories from his life that paints him in the worst possible picture. I always get the feeling he's not in a good place in his life. However, he includes journal entries at the end of the book, in one of which he talks about how he got back in touch with his mom and dad. His dad would even run around yelling, "I'm the dad of the god of fuck." And it's a little known fact that Manson calls his mom after every show. The point being, this book was written in 1997, and I feel like he's in a more stable situation now, which would make sense as to why there hasn't been a sequel. The book wouldn't be that interesting if Marilyn Manson turned out to just be like your dad. I recommend it to fans of his music and anybody mildly curious as to how Manson became who he is. Thanks for listening. I'll be making literary reviews every day on Saturday until I die, so make sure to subscribe.